Okay, on this one, this is a project where you demonstrate the actual use of what you have practiced in the exam. Complete the project assignment. Read each step completely before attempting it. It's a good idea to always read through the instructions first. And you have 3 opportunities to correct errors. So you would click Start. Read the instructions carefully. The first thing you need to do is download the instructions. And this is for Wellness Law Clinic. There are 3 pages of instructions if you count the sample of what it should look like when you're finished. So what I would either do is, if you don't have a second monitor, and second monitors can be fairly cheap, that would be the best thing to do. But if you are using a text, well, not even a textbook, so what you would need to do is print this out. So that I'm going to move it to my second screen so you can look at it on your screen at the same time that you're doing the assignment. So then click the links to use the start file to save the start file to your computer. So I'm going to click this one first. And notice it has my name in it. And I'm going to save it. It said save it to my computer. So I have saved it. And I'm going to save this one as well. I'll need both of those. Okay, and then I'm going to minimize this and find that file. Okay, the file is right here. So I open that file. I enable editing, and I like to view it a little larger, so page width. It wants me to save it in my instructions. It says to save it. I'm going to save it to my desktop just because that's the best place for me to find it. And the only thing I'm changing is from 1 to 2. Now, if you don't change that, it will not know that that's the file that you should have uploaded, and it'll give you an error message. So be sure you save it with the new name, and that's really the only change, and that's in your getting started on your instructions. So my project steps are to change the document margins to normal. So I'm going to go up here to Layout, Margins, and I'm going to change them to normal. This is something you'll learn in Tutorial 1. Select the entire document, which you can click and drag, or the best way is to do Control-A to be sure you've selected all the document, and remove the spaces between the paragraphs. So I would click Paragraph and remove the spaces, so I want both of those to be 0 points. And then with it still selected, change the line spacing to 1.15, which is considered multiple, and it's 1.15. And click Enter. Then click in for immediate release paragraph, and they want that centered. So on the Home tab, I'm going to center it. In the blank line following that paragraph, insert the image that you also downloaded, the wellness logo. So I'm going to go up to Insert and Pictures. Be sure you've already clicked in the correct space, and I'm going to do Desktop because that's where I saved mine. Be sure you know exactly where you saved yours. It'll save you a lot of time if you're organized. And there's that image. I'm going to leave it selected because in the same thing it tells me to change its height to 0.8. So over here I go over here to 1.24 and type in 0.8 and enter, and it changes its height. Center the paragraph beginning Healthcare Law Clinic. With the paragraph beginning Healthcare Law Clinic still selected, change the font to Verdania. If you type a V, it'll go to it fast, and then you can press enter. Change the font size to 14 and the font color to blue accent 1. And it always tells you exactly which column and row it's in, but that is the blue accent 1, and you want to be sure that you're using the font colors and not a fill or something like that. In the next paragraph, bold the text Tucson, Arizona. Be sure you don't bold after it. You'll notice I was being very careful. You want to bold exactly what they say and not spaces. In the same paragraph, delete the sentence, "You do not need to make a reservation to attend the workshop." And be sure you delete the space after that period. They're very specific about that. Apply the text effect, fill blue accent 1 shadow, second column, first row in the text effects to enjoy delicious coffee and baked goods. So this paragraph, and we are applying the text effect, and here's your text effect button. Be sure you get the right button, and we're doing the one, it is the second column, first row, which is fill blue accent color 1 shadow, and center the paragraph. Move the insertion point to the blank line below the phone number and type J. Padilla at wellnesslaw.cengage.com, and then press the space bar so that it makes it a hyperlink. Move the insertion point to the blank line below the Visit Us Online. Type www.wellness.cengage.com, and then press the space bar, and then manually remove the hyperlink. And all I did was backspace. Shade the paragraph, "Many thanks to our friends at the Flying Rainbow Bakery," using the dark blue text 2. So we're using shading. Be sure you get the right button. And it's the fourth column, first row. Dark blue text 2. Center that paragraph. Check the spelling and grammar. Oh, wait, before I do that, good example of more than one instruction. Change the font color to white background. So I need to select that paragraph and change the font color to white background, which is the first one. Okay, now I can check the spelling errors, review spelling and grammar. There should be one error, and change that. And it should be complete. You can check it with the final figure in your instructions to be sure that it's correct. Once you've done that, save your changes, close the document, and I'm going to go back to here, and here's where I will upload my file. Be sure you upload the one that's the Be sure you upload the one that is the 2, that has the 2 on the end. That one has the 1 on it. So I need the one with the 2 on the end. There it is. And once I have it in there, I can submit it. And it's submitted. It may take a few minutes for it to get your report. Go to the reports page to view your results. Your score may take a few moments to display.